turn it into helium. That is a clean, wonderful, limitless energy source for the future.
Dr. Ruzic has an ambitious plan for the future of plasma. He wants to turn it into an alternative energy source for the whole world.
Nuclear fusion has a huge promise because hydrogen is the most single abundant atom. Water, H2O, right? And even if we have to use isotopes of it, like deuterium or tritium, they're still widely available. If you could have fusion as an energy source, the world would never need another one.
And he's planning ahead. Very, very far ahead.
The planet's going to be destroyed in 5 billion years, all right? Because that's when the sun will use up its fuel. But even at that point, we would still have deuterium available.
His first step was to create plasma in the lab by using intense heat on various gases.
This plasma right here is actually made by a direct current. It's very diffuse. You can see the glow.
Dr. Ruzic formed plasma in a vacuum tube. That was quite a challenge, but it's not of much value unless he can figure out a way to control this complex material for further study.
As the pressure increases, you can see here that we have a confined region, a region that's brought closer together, that's denser. This means this plasma is actually confined.
Sometimes, less is more. Free-flowing electrons of plasma are extremely magnetic. So what did the physicists choose to control this complicated substance? A simple refrigerator magnet, just like the one holding up your child's artwork.
I like calling it gaseous jello. I can wiggle it, it kind of holds its form. It's clearly a different state of matter. I can use the plasma now to do other things.
Of course, it was eventually time for an upgrade. In this 6-foot stainless steel tube, Dr. Ruzic would heat plasma to 90,000 degrees, then surround it with a strong electromagnetic field to see how well it could be contained and controlled.
The plasma right now is very pink and dilute. It's covering the whole chamber. It's uniform. But as we turn up the field, we'll go from a general glow to a very bright column. It's like Luke Skywalker flipping on his lightsaber. A nice thing about this is we can bring the plasma in from the walls. We can confine it, so it won't be touching the walls. It will only be touching wherever we want it. Plasma is hot ions and electrons. If they crash into a material surface, one thing is that they're going to lose their energy and make the surface warm. If you have something that's hundreds of thousands of degrees, then that's very bad. You're going to melt your surface, and you're certainly going to take out all the energy from the plasma itself. So it's very important to minimize the amount of plasma that can interact with the material wall itself.
This tube contains our future. By applying magnets all around the plasma jet, Dr. Ruzic has compressed it and concentrated it into a tiny space. Now plasma is in a form that scientists can work with in order to extract energy by a process called fusion.
When I first started researching and working on fusion, it was 25 years or more ago. And everyone thought, oh, another 25 years we'll be done, we'll have fusion, we'll have power plants. Well, now I like to say maybe it's 35 years from now. But someday, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren might be able to live in a cleaner world with an abundant...
Weird connections.